All right. Yeah, I'll take over on the last topic. Sometimes you turn yourself into a liar. You turn yourself into a bit of a hypocrite because there's a time or a welcome bonus that you can hit really quickly, and circumstance leads you to getting a card you absolutely don't like, but you'll work with it. And in this case, this weekend, I got the Chase Freedom Flex. Not a card I like, not a card I'm remotely interested in keeping very long term, but I had a sudden expense. I needed to spend at least $500 in one shot. I wanted to grab myself an extra 20,000 Chase Ultimate Reward points because you may as well pull them before October 25th on my Sapphire Reserve. And so I got a card that I don't like. And have either of you picked up a card you actively don't like just because circumstance has led to it? So, Lonnie, have you picked up a card you have no business getting, you don't like? It's not a good card for you, it's terrible fit, but you had to grab it.
Everything other than I had to grab it. Yes, my student card. I was not fully educated. The credit card game was not what it is today. And I still have it. It's still active. It's sitting in a sock drawer. I see it every time I log into my account, RJ. It's been $0 for over a decade. Yeah, it doesn't do anything. But like I said, the credit card game wasn't what it is today when I had got it. Welcome bonuses weren't necessarily a huge thing back in the day of when I got it. But at the same time, when I did get it, it was still the card I didn't need to get. Like, I'll say it like this: when I got the card, there weren't even like membership reward points that it earned. It was just basically a credit card. Nothing more, nothing less. And now it actually earns a membership reward points. It's still $0 and it's sitting there. It's the oldest card on my credit report. So I'm just letting it sit there until Amex cancels it. I'm not going to cancel it. But yeah, that's the only one. I got two ink cards. I got a cash and unlimited. Don't need both of them. I only got them because they had both had incredibly high inflated welcome bonuses and the $0 annual fee cards. And it was really easy for me to hit those welcome spins to get all those Chase UR points. But I'm not going to say it's a bad card. It's just a card I didn't necessarily use or need at the time. But it was a quick smash and grab for Chase UR points. Now, I rarely ever use my unlimited. I use my unlimited mainly for YouTube stuff. I got it for the business I built around my YouTube channel. So it does get usage. It does have that. And then, but my cash card is basically just like whatever gets 5x. Like I pay bills with it, etc. My streaming services through Verizon because it gets 5x, like that type of stuff. That's all it does. And so that will be the closest thing I could do to answer that particular question of did it's not a bad card.
Yeah, I plan on my new Freedom Flex when it arrives. I will use it for gas for quarter three because gas is a quarter three category. I may as well milk it for all it's worth. And then we'll see what quarter four
Freedom
looks
Flex
like.
got some weight to it though. Not every
Does.
quarter, but at least one quarter out of the year guaranteed has some weight to it. Two
Yeah.
quarters out of the year, you'll find, and depending on the person, you'll find weight in a second quarter, no matter what that happens to be. So I'll say I have a really heavy great quarter, an okay quarter, one quarter where I don't do that card sees not even the light of day. And then the last quarter is like a coin flip. But the quarter that has Amazon, the quarter that has PayPal definitely get usage. And whenever it does the target, oh, the target's done. Come on, man. I got a wife in this house. That target, we you can have my $1,500. Like we are eating those target points.
I don't necessarily need my partner to know when the target quarter comes around because reasons, but no, I absolutely hear you on that. It's a fine card. I grabbed it because the Freedom Unlimited, like I can't grab another Freedom Unlimited right now without product changing or canceling my Freedom Unlimited. Needed to hit a sub real quick. I literally hit the sub in an hour, which is fun. It's already like the points are already pending in my account, so that's great.
So low.
Yeah. RJ, tell us about the business green. Yeah.
Business Platinum, Business Gold, Business Green, Blue Business Plus employee card. Look, Amex gives me offers and I say thank you. What can I say? Look, I think the thing is you only have to keep these cards for a year, right? If it's something like Lonnie's student card where he's going to keep it until Amex closes because that's the only way this card is closing, then I get it, right? But like the business green is gone after a year. Like I will ask Amex the question I always ask in chat. Can you verify the day I opened this card? Oh, cool. It's been 365 days. Please close it. And they will. Amex has given me the points. Everybody's happy, right? Do I like the green? No. Do I wish it was the personal green every time I swipe past it in my Amex app? Yes. But does it hurt me to have the card? Not really. I've already gotten the welcome bonus. I've already paid the annual fee. It's just going to sit there for a year. Occasionally, it gets an offer that none of my other cards do, and I might use it. If it gets additional MR points per dollar at Olive Garden or Best Buy, because then it actually is giving me something that I don't have. So it's not necessarily a situation where the card with Amex offers cards that you don't necessarily want can be powerful. With Chase it offers cards that you don't necessarily can become more powerful or a really great category comes along. So there are very few cards that have literally no other upside. It's just how you frame it. Do I wish that the company would let you get the welcome offer, close the card, and then you just can't open another version of that card for a year? Yes. I would love if Amex says, we've given you the welcome offer, you have spent what we require. If you would like to close the card, you can, and we won't take any of the points back. So I will keep it for the year, and then I will close it. As much as I hate that I got the green, I have come around to the fact that because I've seen offers pop up that I haven't gotten on other cards, it has softened me to the green's annoyance. Also, that shade of green they use on the business card and their personal green is really pretty. At least if I'm going to look at it, it's a nice card to look at. It's not a
No,
reason
that's
to
fair.
get a card, but it is a pleasant thing as I'm swiping past it to go to one of the cards I actually want to use.
Get a card because it has a function.
Yes, and if it happens to be pretty,
Yes, like the attune.
exactly.
Yeah, no, it's just one of those things where I've rationalized it as welcome bonus, great. Q3, I can at least use the gas category. Probably also take the Instacart category for a spin. I don't particularly care what Q4 looks like. And then I'll probably turn this into a Sapphire Preferred next year.
It also helps like your utilization because
Yeah.
you I know what your credit limit is, so I can tell you it's definitely going to help with your utilization. But like getting a card, like I unfortunately am an Amex fan, which means my cards don't have hard limits on them unless I
Yes.
misbehave, which I wish the Amex would just put a $10,000 limit on all of their charge cards for like credit report reasons. So what is reported can be a little bit out of whack, but not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah. It, I will say, whoever clicked approve for me for this card, they gave me quite the limit for no good reason. But yeah, I just feel a little bit like a hypocrite just because I bash this card a lot.
You bash the card because you don't like a signature feature of the card, which I think is fair, but you're also consistent about that, right?
Yeah.
You didn't get this card. Like, if there was another card, you would have gone for that. But you
Yeah.
have the Freedom Unlimited. So it's like you didn't pick it because, oh, I want this bonus category. You picked it because there were no other chase cards available to you in this sort of breath for you to get that emergent situation dealt with. So I think your hypocrite status is not as well earned as you feel like it might be.
That's fair.
And it's about to do 5x gas next quarter. So that
Ye-
really works for me.
I've
Like I
already
said, it actually holds weight more than 50% of the year.